Hey y'all, it is Andrea here at VW Family Farm. This is actually the first day in quite a while that I feel like a real person. So we have had COVID for over a week here in our house. Every single one of us has had it. It has been literally one of the roughest weeks of our life. We are making it. Thank you so much to everyone who has reached out and checked on us after our last video. We truly do appreciate it. But this video today, I'm going to try to get through it without coughing a whole lot, but this video is something you guys have been asking for quite a while. I appreciate y'all have noticed that I've lost weight. I feel so much better. I have a ways to go. I want to lose some more, but I appreciate y'all noticing. That means a lot, and it means a lot that not just that you noticed, but that you said something. That's such an encouragement to people when they're going through something and you notice progress they're making. I encourage you always speak up and say, hey, you're doing great, or you look great, or whatever the case may be, because that's just really awesome when you realize, hey, some of this hard work is paying off and it's starting to show a little bit. So I'd encourage y'all to always speak up and compliment others. That's one thing I've tried to implement in my life too. And just, I mean, what does that cost us, you know? And it gives to the people you are spreading joy to, it gives them so much. So this kind of does actually tie in with COVID somewhat. So last year when COVID began and it started coming out that there were different things you could have that could, if you did catch COVID, could make it more difficult on you and different things like that. I knew when I first heard that I was not healthy. I knew at that time that it was time for me to do something. If it wasn't COVID, it could be something else coming into my life at some point that could make me sick. And I was overweight. I was miserable. I just felt like blah all the time. If you know, back then I was having a lot of stomach problems. We were eating supper entirely too late at night. I just had some unhealthy habits. And so I started thinking back then, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't just jump into action and lose a whole bunch of weight over a year ago, but that is when I started thinking about it and I thought, it's time for me to do something. I thought that the pandemic was going to be relatively short, as a lot of us did. I thought I'd really like to take these few weeks or a month or whatever where I'm at home and get a kickstart. So I did play around and I lost about 10 to 15 pounds back then. Kept that off. Fast forward to this year, back in January, and I just kept, like, I'm one of those people that I start a diet like every Monday. It's a running joke around here. They're like, oh, it's Monday, we're on a diet, and then by Tuesday we're off of it and all that. So I've just been a chronic dieter for a long time. And we just came to a point back in January. Ben said, let's just either do this, or, because I would try to get him on it, and he's great to get on whatever plan I want him to get on. He'll give it a try. But he was just kind of at the point, like, it wasn't mad or rude. He was just like, let's just do this, or let's just forget it, and let's just be happy and do what we want. Because in all reality, we do have a lot of healthy food here on our farm. So I'm going to be honest, throughout the years, we have pretty much, Ben and I have tried just about every diet there is. From keto to intermittent fasting to counting calories. The list just goes on and on. I can't even think of them all right now. GAPS and Trim Healthy Mama. We've tried them all. And if you don't hear anything else I say, hear this. Most diet plans will work. So the one that you need to do is the one that you will do. And today I'm going to tell you what has finally worked for us and for me. But you just need to do the one you can do and stick to. I hear people talk all the time about doing this one or that one, and then the next thing you know, they're not on it anymore, because most of them are so super restrictive. And I've been there. We've done it. We can do it for a while, and then we just cannot implement that in our life in a reasonable, practical manner anymore. It's just too difficult and too restrictive for our lifestyle. However, there are people that have done ones like keto and they've done them successfully for several years now. So I'm not knocking any of those. I've tried them all. As well as I am not knocking if you have had weight loss procedures to get you going. Those are by no means an easy way out either. I do want you to know that I did not do any weight loss surgery or pills or anything like that on this journey that I've been on. But those are not a cure-all. You cannot go into those thinking those will just do it all for you. If you know people, I do, that have had those procedures and things done, they still have to change their lifestyle or it will not work. It has just given them the tools to get started. But other than that, they had to do the hard work. So let's get to it. What you all have been wanting to know. What plan have I been on? Well, I have been on Weight Watchers since January. So about 5 months, I have lost a total of almost 40 pounds as of this morning. So you can do the math. That's about 8 pounds a month, about 2 pounds a week. That sounds great when you lump it all together like that, but it has just been little changes day after day after day that have turned into week after week after week of staying on it. I don't have cheat days. I have cheated a couple of times, but that is not something I've built in and just allow myself to do very often at all, because I have found that one big cheat day or one big cheat meal can derail my weight loss for the entire week. And I've just put in too much effort and too much time meal planning and sticking to it and figuring out what to eat to just let it all go on one meal. And in fact, I'm getting such good food to eat. My tastes are changing. I'm feeling so good and so much more energetic. I don't want to cheat because I don't want to go backwards. I never ever want to go back to feeling the way I was 5 months ago, ever in my life. So let me just quickly give you a few details about why Weight Watchers is working for me and why it's working better for me than, say, just counting calories. So I've probably actually tried counting calories more than any other diet plan that I've ever tried to follow. But the reason Weight Watchers works so much better for me is because there is so many free foods on Weight Watchers and they literally keep me going. There's 3 different plans on Weight Watchers. Once you sign up, you'll take a little quiz and it'll ask you all kinds of questions and it'll recommend one to you. And quickly, I'll just tell you, there's purple. That's where you get tons of free foods, like over 300 foods that you don't have to track. There are things like brown rice and sweet potatoes and chicken and fish and beans and corn, and there's just all kinds of stuff. You could live off of those 300 foods. And then you get a on the smaller end of points to use also for things that are not on those lists. That works for someone who's pretty good at their own portion control and wants a lot of choices with minimal like tracking and things like that. Then there is the green plan. That's the opposite end of the spectrum. That's someone who likes more processed foods, who is gonna eat an occasional frozen pizza and things like that. They get the most points of any plan to use on anything you want. And then you still get 100 free foods. It's mainly like fruits and veggies and things like that. So that does still give you free foods. And that's one of the main things I like about Weight Watchers as opposed to counting calories. When you're out of calories, you're out and you have to just stop eating for the day, even if you're still hungry. You have to track everything. Even a cup of lettuce you have to track. There is still free foods on this green plan that you can fill up on and not worry about tracking them. And then there's the blue plan, and that's what I'm on. That's more middle of the road. You get a decent amount of points to use on whatever you want, and you get 200 free foods. Things like, I already told you some of them, but like chicken, fish, eggs, whole eggs, duck eggs, chicken eggs, let's see, plain yogurt. There's a whole lot of things that I live off of. They literally give me life, those free foods, because I know I can take something that might count points and I can build a whole meal out with it with all those free foods. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing lots of fresh eating, lots of vegetables and fruits and whole grains, and I mean, I eat a lot of good food. I've just had to retrain my taste buds, and now those are the things I crave and that I like. it's working for me. I plan to stick with it. I'm hoping by this fall I will have all my weight off that I want to lose, and then I can just maintain. And I plan to do that. Like I said, I don't ever plan to go back to feeling bad again, because like I started this video out and I told you guys, I wasn't ready to get something wrong with my health. I don't think my body was strong enough to fight anything off. And so here we are, June of 2021, and I just got COVID for the first time. And let me tell y'all, it was the roughest week of my life. I don't know if you can see it in my eyes. I actually got dressed for y'all today after the first day in like over a week that I've had real clothes on and brushed my hair and put on a little makeup, because it was all I could do today to do this. It's just took something out of me. But I truly believe without Weight Watchers, I wouldn't have done this well. I'm in better shape now than I've been in years. And I'm truly thankful, because I can see how COVID has gotten people really down, put them in the hospital, killed them. And it's just motivated me even more to take care of myself, because things will come. Health challenges will come in your life. If you've never had health challenges, count yourself blessed, but they probably will come. It just comes with age. It just comes with living. So why not be in the best shape possible? I saw something this week that said, are you living for one day? Like one day I'm going to lose weight, one day I'm going to get healthy, one day I'm going to be more energetic for my kids and grandkids? Or is this day one? And I just challenge you guys, make it your day one. You can do it. It will be difficult at first. Any change is difficult. You're going to have to figure out what you can eat, what you can do to stay full, because it's not about being hungry all the time. It's about making good choices. So make this your day one. I don't think you'll regret it. In fact, I know you won't regret it. That first 10 pounds comes off, it's highly motivating. And then you move down into a smaller size clothes and you think, you know what? I'm not even keeping those big clothes because I don't plan to ever need them again. And that is a pretty empowering feeling. And then as you go, reach out to others along the way and encourage them and get them on the bandwagon and on to better health. The truth is, Ben and I have tried let's just eat all our farm fresh food and just make good choices, and we'll lose weight eventually. And yes, that may happen eventually, but it would take a very long time. If you have very much weight to lose at all, you need some sort of guidance or plan. And then when you get there, yes, that'd be a great way to maintain. But if you're like us, you need a little guidance along the way. So that's it. That's what I've been doing, is Weight Watchers. It's what's working. It's so much less restrictive to me than a lot of other plans. I can truly see myself doing this forever. It's just forcing me to make good choices, which is what I wanted to do anyway. And it's forcing me to use portion control, which when I look back now, I've struggled with food addiction my entire life. I've never just, in fact, called it what it is, but that's what it's been. And it's been one extreme to the other. I've either starved when I was a teenager, or I just ate everything and didn't think a thing about it at different times in my adult life. And I'm done doing that. I want to do things in moderation. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. And that's one thing I've learned on this journey as well. If you have a slip up and you have one of those cheat days, allow yourself to have some birthday cake, or to do, celebrate whatever the occasion is. But just call it for what it is. Don't call it something negative. Just call it was my birthday. And then get up the next day and start your plan again. And just don't beat yourself up over everything. Don't always negatively attach negative connotations to everything that you do as far as food goes. It's just life, and it's just living. So there is actually a link down below for Weight Watchers. Some of their plans, when you sign up, you get so many months free, depending on what you commit to. And some of them are very short. You can sometimes get a month free that you can cancel before it ever charges you anything. So I just encourage you to check it out. Do it for a month for free, and see if it's going to work for you. See if you like it. I think you will. And I just want you all to know I'm here for any questions you may have. You can leave it down below. You can shoot me an email. I'd be happy to help you. Happy to get you on the road to health, because there's just no better feeling than feeling good and energetic and healthy and ready to tackle whatever life brings our way. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging with me. I really just needed a little time to make sure this is something that was going to work for me and that I wanted to promote to you guys, because I'm very selective on what I bring to you guys as far as from an affiliate standpoint. Just because it's something I'm doing personally doesn't mean that I'm fully ready to recommend it to everyone else. But once I am, I will. And in this case, I think it is a great program. And make today your day one. See you guys later. God bless.